Alright, my friends, we're back in the van. It's not the next day after that I'm doing the repairs. It's maybe a couple days after. I just haven't had a chance. Just too many damn things to do. Anyhow, let's show you what we ended up picking up for battery stuff and what we're thinking of doing. Now, what I did was I bought this as a clamp, possible clamp for my negative battery terminal, and I found this. It was a bit pricier, so it's an extra, it's kind of a marine stud, so you bolt it on and you can clamp on there. Is a double stud, so I'm thinking of trying this one for the negative terminal. And as you can tell, the SkyTrain's going crazy. So this one's extra thick, but extra small being a negative, and it might clamp down tightly on this one. Okay, pulled it out of the package, and look at this. It looks a lot better than the last one, which was not able to clamp it tighter. I think this one's gonna work. I'll open it up a little bit more and push it down. So that's, yeah, right now it's flush, and then, oh yeah, no, that's as far as I can go. So, and you know what, one more thing while I'm here, I want to show you something, the date on this battery. So my house battery shows that this was made January 2015. That's 5 years ago. I was using this in the van to charge my phone, my laptop, run all my devices. This cheap $117 Walmart battery. Now everybody else says, oh, you need AGMs and this and that and solar and whatever. Yeah, this is all I've used. This is all I've needed. Yeah, sure, if you want to run more stuff like a fridge and everything else, yeah, you could go with a couple of batteries on a solar unit. But I don't have a fridge. I don't really have use for a fridge. And you know what? The fridge on this unit is propane, so I would just turn the propane tank on and if I needed it every once in a while. So, you know, really, it's not a big issue for me. Okay, yeah, that should work, no problem actually. We're gonna have to strap this down really good. That will be the next thing, because this box is yeah, kind of rusty down there, if you can see. So my holding mechanism is not the best. And that's typical of older cars, where the battery box sits, the battery box usually rusts out. This guy had removed it, and somebody put a piece of plywood there. So that is a good thing. So now I just have to figure out how I'm gonna strap it. Sorry, I'm doing this. Yeah, maybe there, and maybe the normal bracket here, and maybe something to hold it here. Maybe I'll put something there, I think. Not right now, but eventually after I get this going. Okay, so now that I'm positive that I'm going to use this negative post clamp, what I'm going to do is fix up the wire. So what I got is, this is a clamp, so we're going to put that on like that. This clamp is, or this connector is actually for welding cable and for welding, so it gets a lot of amperage going through it. So this should be pretty good in this car. This is actually a welding cable. The house battery is a welding cable that the guy bought and used. So I'm doing it backwards. I'm using a welding cable, a welding end on the car end, and yeah, whatever. Vice versa, you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna bolt it on like that. I guess I don't have to show you. I'll wait until I do it. And this here, we got a anti-oxygen compound. What I'm gonna do is clean this up because it looks kind of ugly and corroded, and we're gonna sand the connections, clean it up. And this is a, yeah, antioxidant. What it does, it promotes electrical conductivity. This could have some kind of metal particles in the compound that help the connection. Gangsters are being too loud. You guys can't hear me talk. Anyhow, yeah, so this will guard against oxidation, so all of this rust, you won't see that, or white rust or whatever oxidization that a battery normally gets. This should keep that away. We'll put it on this connector, blah 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 blah. So that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully that lasts for a little while. The only thing missing is a new battery, but right now I'm being cheap bastard as usual, and I don't want to replace it, so blah 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 blah, Chuck. Okay, how is that? I think we're gonna do something like that. Should work. At least I'm hoping it'll work. And if it, yeah, like I say, we'll do something like this. Or I'll route it maybe back behind. Okay, the ground cable, the negative, it wasn't that it was really dirty, because actually it looks pretty good and like new, but it was more of a fact that this bolt was not exactly the tightest in the world, but we're going to clean it up as best as we can, as well as the mounting spot. We'll try and clean it 100%. So there we go. For that surface, that's what we want, a good grounding connection. Don't worry about the dirt and oil. It's pretty much a normal thing on these older units, especially when probably the valve cover is leaking somewhat a little bit. Actually, no, it's just normal oil blowing, dirt getting on top of it. We could eventually do a cleanup on this, especially if I have to pull the engine heads on this to do a cylinder job, valve job. But for now, hey, it is what it is. Still runs. Well, doesn't run right now because somebody didn't put the cable back on. So then we'll squirt a little bit of the water this on there, and yeah, button it up, and that's good for today. So there, how's that? Better negative connection there? I would think so. Most definitely. Yeah, okay, guess what, my friends? We're back to the van. I've got my battery charged up, and we're gonna put it in and see how this thing works. It should be charged up. If it's not, it's possibly no good. So you know what, this is an older one. I'm probably gonna need one within a year, or right now, we'll see, but we'll give this a try for now. Basically what I want to check is my new battery clamp. That's what my concern was. And if I get it running, hasn't been running for 3 months. If I get it running, we might take it for a drive. While I'm here, see, look at green light. It's shining brightly as compared to before when it wasn't at all. What I should do is put a cutout switch in this so I could shut the battery on and off. So, you know, look at that. So yeah, connections. It's gonna take a while to put gas in it, because like I said, it's been sitting for a couple months. Good thing I charged the battery. There we go. Ooh, it's running a little rough, and that's because I know the timing's off and I have to revisit the plugs. Very rough. So yeah, we got work to do. That's what happens when you have an old classic van. It's a little bit more maintenance, but you know what? I love the old look. I wouldn't change it any other way. I'm okay with that. And they're so simple to work on, so yeah, there we go. Now I can smile. So it was that clamp, I think, both clamps. I tried tightening both down a little bit, negative a little bit better, and the positive I cleaned it up a bit. I have to add some eyelets on the one spot, so that will be next on the agenda, finishing that off. But for now, I wanted to see if it would start. So this is what I mean here. This eyelet, I have to change that. And that anti-corrosion stuff I showed you there before, I have to add it to this. And I gotta clean that up a little bit. So, but like I say, I wanted to get it running. Sounds like it's running fairly decent. And one thing I should do is kind of tie this up, make it a little neater, protect it from everything else. Should probably tie this up too, and tie the wiring up. There's a little, see the little clamps there, so you tuck the wiring in there, other than having it hang here so that the fan can catch it and take it to whoever knows where. And yeah, so it's running. Look at the ugliness. A little bit of repairs to do there. And yeah, I'm not even going at the wash thing. I'm not even going to talk about that. Okay, so... Okay, now watch this. See? Just turn the key and it sparks right up. So, and a little bit smoky from sitting, and yeah, so that's what happens. Have to take it on a good run when we get it running 100%. Alright, that's a lot of white. Holy shit, I just noticed that. Anyhow, back home, ready to clean up, call it a day. Our repairs are done, so shower time. Tired out. And you know, the one thing I gotta say is amazing, and I did miss when I was living in a van. I missed having a private shower where you can clean anytime you want. Wow, now that our job is completed, I can clean up, and yeah, I'll feel better. You know, van life is a lot about trade-offs. Whoops, got the camera wet. Sorry, boys and girls, I got you all wet. I'm bad. You know what? You gotta watch the shower videos and wet videos by going to my OnlyFans webpage, XXX, not for YouTube. I'm just kidding. You know, see, I'm going blah 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 a lot. I noticed a couple of previous van lifers or trailer RV camping style van lifers, a couple of them weren't making money on YouTube anymore and have pretty much stopped doing YouTube videos, and they advertised that we're doing OnlyFans now. A couple of one younger lady, one semi-younger, and hey, you know what? Whatever works for them. I guess they're in it for the money to make a living and whatever, so I understand that. Who am I to judge? I'm not at this to make money or to make a living. I got a regular day job or night job. So anyhow, yeah, blah 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 blah. Shut up. Let the people go about their business. So, cheers. Until next time, we will see you guys. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome, be awesome, and mostly be kind. I don't know what we got coming up. We're gonna finish off van repairs and a few other little tricks of the deal. Oh, I got a reply to somebody else on he did a video on what I put out too, on van life problems, getting kicked out of spots. So Maddie Van Halen, I got a reply back to that. I got a video coming probably middle of the week, next week, this week, whatever. So okay, shut up.